Welcome back to the third round of Wednesday Night Standard here at GameSwap in Mason, Ohio. On the left, we have Justin Worley with White Black Zombies. On the right, we have Justin Blackburn, 2 ticks red. So we have the Justin mirror match.
Justin mirror match.
Yep.
And
Justin Blackburn, I know from playing against him in Modern, enjoys his cheap, both in cost and in mana cost, aggro decks.
yeah, he's a budget player, and not like in a bad way. It's just kind of he likes picking up decks when they come out and they're like cheap, and he just kind of grab them, and he just likes kind of running with them.
Look, I gotta say, the past few times that I've played against him in Modern, he has smashed my face good.
Yeah. I had some close matches with him, and he plays well. So there's no slights against the guy for wanting to play the $17 mono red deck.
Yeah, he knows how to apply the pressure, that's for sure. So this is going to be the final commentated round of the evening. Just FYI, there will be a round 4. It will very likely be on camera. But the commentary team will be reduced by at least 50%.
100%.
Yeah, I'm real bad at math.
So this will be the last commentator round, but we want to get some new different decks in Marvel. We had the option of Marvel versus Mono Black Zombies, and let's just get it out of here. But I do want to see zombies.
I am flattered that you are enjoying the commentary enough to be disappointed by that.
Well, you know, just disappointed in general at us. It's fine. So Justin's hand seems reasonable, not bad. Wayward Servant, a Diagraph Colossus, of Dark Salvation.
Yep. And I bet Mr. Blackburn's going to get the beats on here. Yep. Sure
Oh, man. So I don't even know what's in this mono red deck, but we got a Bomat Courier.
Yeah, well, you're starting with 4 Bomat Courier if you're playing this deck for sure. A 1/1 haster artifact that the activation cost requires red mana. You're definitely starting there.
Yeah, so the Bomat Courier sneaks a card underneath it, and whenever you want to crack it, you just got to discard your hand and refill your hand. And so this Wayward Servant's going to brick wall the Bomat Courier.
Indeed. Well, in theory.
In theory. Justin could be playing Shocks or any kind of number of removal spells.
Shocks, Magma Spray.
Oh, there's a Magma Spray in hand.
Harness Lightnings if he wants to.
Sure.
Burn from Within, you know, if he wants to get real saucy.
So
at least he has Matching Mountains. In the budget, you know, you always run the risk. The budget brew not having matching basics, and you want to tilt Jason Morgan, that's the way to do it.
I just want to point out that for 2 tickets, we're not going to get full arts, I don't think. I think these need to be some whiteboard or revised. I want to say that Justin is 2-0. Well, Justin Blackburn is 2-0, and Justin Worley's 1-1, but I'm not positive in terms of records.
No, they're both 1-1.
They're both 1-1?
Yeah, so the thing is, folks, I think the only undefeated match that would have been available to us would have featured yet another Marvel deck. And, you know, we've said our piece about that. And it's time to move on. So we didn't want to put it on camera yet again.
Okay, so interesting play by Justin. He read out with 2 Crypt Breakers and chose not to Dark Salvation.
To be fair, no matter what, all of the plays in this game, in this match, are going to be by Justin.
Okay, so yeah, we're just going to go by last names at this point. Okay. So the Brawler, a 4/3 that comes into play, and you discard a card. Justin discards a mountain, very safe.
The Brawler with the big B's.
Big B's.
Yeah, big B's, capital B's. Getting in
with that Bomat Courier trigger.
You want to block with those Crypt Breakers, man? No, you don't.
I think just let him block. Block.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And he's going to crack it if you block. So you're trading 3 cards for 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like the block. I think that's correct.
The way Worley did it?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give up your entire board at this point. You're trying to beat down 2. Like, you've got to have creatures in play to do anything.
So how Worley's going to turn the corner real quick is if he jams this Colossus and then follow it up with the Dread Wanderer, and he'll have an additional 2/2 zombie on the cast trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And this Diagraph Colossus isn't going to be any joke, too. It's going to be a 3/3 with the Crypt Breaker that just went to the yard. That's a Dark Salvation for 1 to make a 2/2.
Targeting the Beaumont Courier. Yeah, I think we need to respond.
Yeah, let's crack that.
Yeah, for sure. Get all these.
Get all these. And
all
so
these cards.
Sometimes removal spells will fizzle if the creature's sacrificed in response, but how Dark Salvation's worded, you get the zombies.
No matter what.
And then you do the neg.
And then you do the thing.
Oh. Okay, so Justin's keeping the Drone Wanderer in hand to set up the Diagraph Colossus turn that I mentioned before.
Okay.
Which seems reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he may even consider a double block on this this 4/3 to get another zombie into the graveyard. I don't know that that's the correct play, but it might be something he's considering.
He could be considering it. Yeah. I'm less excited about it. I think that his life total isn't pressured too badly.
Well,
break up that double block, so it's going to be in the yard regardless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Justin does him the favor of spinning a card to put it in there.
Yeah. So he's going to get the card for the Beaumont Courier. Justin Worley's going to block. Oh, we have some confusion on what the shock targeted.
Yeah, pretty sure I saw him point that shock at the Crypt Breaker.
Yeah, and the card that was exiled face down is going to stay exiled face down. Mm-hmm. The mountain ended up in Justin's graveyard.
Yeah, but we're still getting in for 4 with the Brawler.
The Brawler.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see if Justin can kind of turn the corner with some dudes here. Just jam that Colossus.
Yep, so sequencing is important here, and he chooses to do it correctly.
And so remember your counters. You're going to get 2, buddy. Oh, 3. The Wayward Servant was Magma Sprayed, so that is exiled.
That is correct. And then we're going to play the Dread Wanderer. Put that into play tapped, and another zombie token into play tapped.
I really love this zombie deck. It pains me to be behind the booth when I could be playing zombies, but the fact that Marvel's gone, hey, I would not want to be playing against Marvel all night. So
right, and I can say for sure that when I was playing Marvel, I wanted to play against zombies all day long. For sure. I never, in the times that I did play against zombies, I never once in any of the games, except for some playtest games that didn't actually count, felt behind or even close to losing.
Probably true. I am I'm just a big fan of tribal strategies in general. It's really kind of embarrassing.
There's a tribal card that I enjoy. It's called Tarfire. Specifically used for the purpose of making my Tarmogoyfs bigger.
So Worley drew an Anguish Unmaking for the turn.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a reader off of his own deck.
Yeah. Could be borrowing the deck. It's not unreasonable.
Sure.
Could also be debating whether he wants to lose the life when he's already at 6.
Yeah, at this point, though, I think we can definitely say that the corner's been turned.
So, yeah.
Probably not any cards in Justin's deck that are capable of dealing precisely 3 to the face.
Incendiary Flow.
Fair. I forgot about that one.
That's a good one.
I agree.
So he's got another one of these exert guys that will falter a creature.
Yeah, so that's game. No, it's not.
I don't think it has menace. It could have menace.
No, I forgot that the other one was exerted and thought that he would be able to attack with both this turn, but
oh, okay, yeah.
that's not happening.
Yep. And so he'll be swing. That's a 1/2.
That's a Soul Scar Mage.
Yeah. So we need to rip that Plains. Blighted Fan isn't awful here.
That's what, 5...
5 mana, yeah, 5 mana Edict to your opponent.
Sack the land. Edict to your opponent.
Oh, there's the
And
Incendiary
there we
Flow.
go. Off the top.
And Worley's like, there's a 3 mana burn spell in the standard that goes to the dome?
Justin Blackburn living up to the last part of his last name.
Blackburn?
Well, namely the burn.
The burn.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one way of doing that. Man, that Exert Falter guy is just so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's potential here. I think there's definitely potential here. I would be interested to know what the red deck lost to this evening.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I anticipate it to be a huge player going forward. Sweltering Suns is still a card.
Yeah. Well, true. I find it would be. How do I say this? I just really feel like it's going to be a kind of mid-range to aggressive kind of slanted format, and I don't see really Control being a place where Sweltering Suns is going to fit in. I think that the green-black decks, the Mardu decks, are going to go for bigger spells like Fumigate or Yahenni's Expertise. Or I just don't see. I could be wrong.
I don't disagree.
Okay. Yeah, interesting stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, things are wide open at this point.
So the Zombies list probably wants to board in any life gain effects it has. It might have an Aether Sphere Harvester. But beyond that, it's kind of tight. The black-white list just having Wayward Servant goes a long way. It might be a turn slower, but those kind of 2 or 3 life points could be the difference if your opponent's just burning you out of the game with an Incendiary Flow.
Sure. Sure, but also a prime target for Magma Spray, as we saw in that game.
You got a lot of prime targets for Magma Spray in the zombie deck.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I think we can pretty much count on Mr. Blackburn having, a decent amount of burn-based removal available. So, not necessarily sure that Wayward Servant is going to live long enough to make a huge impact on life totals.
Yeah.
Because in order for that to be accomplished, you're probably counting on Wayward Servant both being played early and living for a significant number of turns.
Yeah, there's possible. You can set turns up with it, though. That I could imagine you can at least get two or three triggers out of it in one turn.
Sure, so that's one additional Incendiary Flow that has to be pointed at your dome.
Yeah, and that matters, I think.
Have a good night, Mr. Ponage.
And I'm not really sure what does the mono red even have a sideboard? Let's be honest.
It's probably just 15 mountains.
It's 15 mountains, On the draw, board one out,
Right. Yeah, I know. Maybe he goes a little bit bigger. Has some Torches of Defiance. Maybe.
Yeah, Torches of Defiance really aren't 2 tickets.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
So maybe he has a Gold Knight Castigator the 4/9 flyer that doubles damage. That could be pretty good against the zombies deck in just terms of if they get the ground locked up and you get a 4/9 that swings for 8.
I mean, I don't hate it in theory.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, who knows at this point? You know, we're off the reservation with this 2-ticks red deck.
Yeah, Cartouchen.
Getting in.
So there's a swing for 5 damage off the prowess and the +1/+1 that the cartouche is going to give him. This is a Soul Scarred Mage. We are off to the races here. There's the Wayward Servant.
Dead.
Dead.
It's just dead.
Dead on arrival.
Although, to be fair, I don't see a Magma Spray in Blackburn's hand right away, but
They always got it.
pretty much. Oh, Lightning Axe. That would lead me to believe that he's also got Fiery Tempers in his deck.
Quite possibly. Those are good burn spells. So, you might recognize the card that he just discarded. It's a Borderland Marauder. It was in Origins, but it's also standard legal.
Because of the weird
Because of the
decks.
intro decks.
Intro decks, yeah.
The little, like, the 30-card decks that people get to teach other players how to play count as standard, so just want to let you know Sheevan Dragon is also in standard if you all feel itching for a 6-mana 5/5 or whatever it is.
I can remember a time when that dragon was worth as much as a Black Lotus.
Yeah, because they both were probably worth $10.
Actually, there was a time where Sheevan Dragon or Siobhan Dragon or however you pronounce it was the most expensive Magic card.
Yeah.
Yeah. More so than Black Lotus. It was about, I think, $25. Black Lotus at one point was $20.
When I started playing Legacy and it was 1.5, those dual lands were only about $20 a pop.
Yep. Don't get me going. I can talk about all the primo betas that I had.
Just old men being old men stuff over here.
Just a stack the size of a stack of Force of Wills, the size of a playing card deck.
Yeah.
We used to proxy on Wastelands.
Oh man, who would have thunk it?
For sure.
So Justin's put the pressure on him, and
yes, he has. Justin's
been struggling to keep up, and
yeah, really not sure. I mean, that is a good point, Azrael. Why we're seeing Scrap Heap Scrounger here. You know, I feel like that once again this is a prime example of misidentification of role.
Yeah, definitely.
And if anybody's unclear on what I mean by that, the seminal Magic strategy article is Who's the Beatdown, written by Michael J. Flores years upon years ago. But all you got to do is just Google Who's the Beatdown, and I guarantee you that's going to come up.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk about one of, if not the cornerstone of Magic theory, that article is the one.
Yeah.
Start there.
See, just more old men reminiscing about old men stuff over here.
Well, but it's relevant.
Oh, no, by all means. Yeah, it's great. And that is a threaten effect. So he's taking that Wayward Servant, and he's getting in for 8 there.
All of it.
Or actually, I guess 9, actually.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8.
Wow.
All of it.
Justin Blackburn doing the dirty to Justin Worley.
Hot Justin on Justin action.
Real hot.
Yep.
Incendiary hot.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it for the commentated rounds tonight. It's been a pleasure, folks. Had a good time.
Yeah.
Hang out for round 4.
Yeah, round 4 will be back in about a half hour or so.
They will be playing Magic cards on the stream. We should be back next week with 3 more rounds of commentated standard action. This should be post-banning.
Post-banning.
Yeah.
New
so
exciting stuff.
the door is open.
And honestly, post-banning, we're going to get all of the all-stars of the local area coming back to play a format they ignored for the longest time.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, so probably a little more solid matchups, you know.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely check us out on YouTube. Follow the stream here on Twitch.
Follow it on Twitch. We got a Patreon that you can donate to.
Indeed.
And we stream Modern on Tuesdays and Fridays, and Standard on Wednesday nights.
And then on weekends for any notable events here at the store.
Yeah, we'll give you heads up on those as they come
IQs,
through and whatnot.
Those sorts of things. But yeah, those happen more rarely than I would like, to be honest.
It is what it is.
Indeed it is. All right, it's been a great night, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Yep.